If you're a teacher right now, you are probably going through all the same emotions that I am right now. Hey everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you are new here, my name is Kim and I'm an elementary school teacher here in Yokohama, Japan. And before coming to Japan, I was an elementary school teacher in Los Angeles. I'm in my home. It's kind of like my studio setup. This little box of me here is going to be put into the video that we are currently using for our Google Classroom to teach classes online. So, as many of you know right now, due to the pandemic of the coronavirus, many schools have closed, including my school here in Yokohama, Japan. We've been closed since March 2nd, and we anticipated, or we had hoped, to be back at school when school reopened in April. We are currently in a national state of emergency, and our schools are still closed, and at the moment, we hope to be back next month, but everything is still up in the air, and it depends on so many different factors. Like many other schools across the world, we've had to resort to remote learning or distance learning, online learning, whatever you want to call it. And let me tell you, it's not as easy as I thought it would be. However, it is a completely new experience and new challenge that I am enjoying, and I'm learning a lot about myself, my skills, how to organize my time, and just a number of things. So probably, right, every school has a different way of doing things. Some schools are doing virtual classrooms. Some schools are, using programs or different apps to teach the classes or to touch bases with students. My school is using Google Classroom, and for a lot of the teachers, not just English teachers, but a lot of the teachers at my school, this is something completely new to them. My school ranges in ages from young teachers that are fresh out of university to veteran teachers. We range in all ages. I'm probably one of the oldest teachers at my school, but as you know, when I was teaching in Los Angeles, at that time, we didn't even have computers. I think maybe the last year I started teaching in 1988, my students were introduced to a Muppet keyboard, and that was probably the extent of my computer learning technology. So we've come a long way since then. And, right, who would have thought that all teachers would just kind of be thrown into this new way or new technology to teach their classes? Who would have anticipated or guessed that our homes, our living rooms would all of a sudden become our classrooms, and we'd have to reach out and connect with all the students we teach, whether you teach a small homeroom class or your own class, whether you're a specialist teacher such as myself, where you teach many different grade levels and you teach one, particular subject. In my case, I teach a subject called Global Communication, and I'm currently assigned to teach grades 1, 2, and 4. And so I've got to now create content to teach those students online. Also too, in Japan, the new school year begins in April, and so in March, a lot of teachers that leave or that are transferred or that are maybe retiring, there's usually a big farewell ceremony where students get to say goodbye to those teachers, and then at the beginning of the year in April, they get to greet and welcome the new teachers. But all that hasn't happened yet, or it wasn't able to happen. So sadly, we had to say farewell to some teachers. Whoops, Sinbad. Sorry about that. Sinbad's. Oh, Sinbad. He's my dog is using the tripod to itch himself. In Japan, the closures happened at the end of the school year. So basically, we missed about 2, maybe 3 weeks of school that we would have normally had. This would have included a lot of events like graduation and end of year parties, farewell ceremonies, end of year testings. But since it happened maybe 3 weeks before closing, it was kind of easy to, wrap things up, get report cards sent home through the mail, and cancel different events. As sad as it was for the students, because many of their events did have to be canceled or altered or changed, we were able to do so with not a whole lot of disruption. But the school year in Japan begins in April. So, well, because of the closures, we were not able to start on time. One of the biggest events in a Japanese child's life is the entrance ceremony for when they begin grade 1. We weren't exactly sure what we were going to do, and then all of a sudden we got a directive to start doing Google Classrooms, register into them, and for a lot of us, it was our first time actually using the classroom. But for a lot of the teachers, especially some of the Japanese teachers, this was something totally new to them. And many of them have never even videotaped classes of their own. So at my particular school, all the English teachers film their classes. And the reason why we do this is not only for self-evaluation, but also to have a record of what we do in class. It's, a lot of the students think we tape it so that we have ammunition to show their parents if they misbehave in class, but that's not the case. We use it as a learning tool and a teaching tool, and also it really helps, let's say if a teacher's absent, or if we have a new teacher and we want to kind of show them how we do our classes, it's very easy for them to study and watch the videos to see how we run things. So that's the reason why we do it, and I think that's the reason why we felt comfortable doing videos for our Google Classroom. I felt pretty comfortable doing things online just because of having done some YouTube videos and being active on Periscope and Twitter Live. When you're live streaming, you're connecting with your audience and you're speaking all the time. So I felt comfortable with that. But what I didn't realize was so difficult is when you're making a video of a classroom for students to watch at home, you know that your students are watching you, but you're also, probably being watched by parents or, whoever else is in the family. And to me, that's kind of, let's say, a window to what you're doing in the classroom. So for me, it was really important to make sure that I kept whatever we posted or whatever we put online, that it was, number one, professional, and whatever we posted online, I wanted it to be an accurate indication of how we do things in class. I didn't want to change it and do anything special. I wanted it to be something familiar to the students, and also when it is time for them to return to school and transition back, they'll see that it's exactly the same, but we're just doing the activities together via video. So I was really lucky because the partner I'm paired with this year had the same philosophies and same goals that I did. So it's been really great because we've been able to record our videos. He does a lot with the editing and putting it together, and we create videos for a classroom that follow the same sequence that we would follow during the normal school year. Now, time-wise, it's been rough. It's like when you're recording at school, you don't have a lot of the interruptions. You could close the door of the classroom and just go ahead and film. But when you're at home, you have kids, you have you have other family members like this one, and right, things don't stop. Like if they make their noises, they make their noises, and you either have to redo what you've done or keep those noises in the background. And it's been really funny because when I start taping, there's a point, at first sometimes Sinbad gets he'll start trying to get my attention by biting at my feet, or, like he's doing right now, he's bringing his toys to me. Or he starts drinking water, and the sound of the water is in the background. It's crazy. So I have to keep stopping the video, and and it takes a while to get things done. So I thought for today, this is just something that I'm going through, and I'm sure a lot of other teachers can relate. And if you can't relate, this is what a lot of teachers are going through right now. I'm sure the situation is different in every country and every school. But, I think all teachers will agree that we're trying to do everything to keep the students, or to keep our children feeling comfortable and safe and good about, things. We're trying to make sure that we get the curriculum and the students' educational needs out there in the best way that we know how. We want to make sure that they feel comfortable, and we all miss our classrooms. We all miss seeing our students having that physical contact, and maybe I can only speak for myself, but I just can't wait until we're able to get back into the classrooms again and resume school as normal, where we have that physical connection. But until then, we're going to do it online, and we're going to keep trying, making all the mistakes. So yeah, that's my serious message, but I thought I'll just run a little reel of some bloopers and some of the things that I've done that have just been kind of frustrating. And let you get a glimpse into what my teacher life is. Wherever you are, please stay safe. Please take care of each other. I know it's hard, and I know for many people there's a lot of stress, and there's a lot of changes that are happening, and there's a lot of frustration and anxieties. But we will get through this, and until then, let's stay strong and help each other. Welcome to English for Global Communication. This is Lesson 3 for Grade 2. I said it opposite, right? Let me try that again. Welcome, everyone. It's time for Global... Welcome, everybody, to English for Global... First, did you bring everything for today's lesson? Please have your... Wait, should I say that? Wait, let me start over. Okay. First, did you bring everything? Please take your page 7, your phonics chant sheet. Okay? You printed this out for last... Wait. Let me skip. Let me shut this off, and then we'll start the next part. No, I guess we'll keep on going. Okay. So, last... Well done. You guys are doing a really good job. Next time, maybe we will practice more numbers, okay? Great. Next. What is that? Oh my gosh. That was a big bumblebee, and I think I caught it. We're going to learn a new song called Baby Bumblebee. You can follow along and do the gestures with me. All right, are you ready? So if you made a little mistake, please check the comments and practice again. Well, no. Next, which... Okay. Next, which flag does this... No, I got it backwards. Which country does this flag belong to? B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, good job, everybody. Sinbad, did you like that song? He just yawned. And do you have your homework sheet? Okay. Great. So your pencil case, your textbook, your handwriting practice sheet, and your homework sheet. Everyone okay? Wait. Everyone okay doesn't make sense. Okay. Next. Hold on. Glad I'm almost done. Okay. Remember, when we did our bed, no, Sinbad. Sinbad. Hold on. Deja vu. Okay. See, this is what I have to go through. So just a minute. All right. Okay, we don't have our... Listen. 3, 2, 1. Shh. Thank you, everyone. See you next time. Goodbye. Great job. See you all next time. Bye. Thank you so much for stopping by, and take care. All right. Bye.